Today is colder than I would like for doing outside work, but you know what? Got to do what is needed. So today I've got to start doing the repairs to this wall here on the outside of my studio. It's got that crack right here. It's got another crack right over here, which means basically I have to dig up all the way down here so that I can get rid of this faux brick and everything like this and seal it all up again, which will take me a couple days because I have to let things dry in order to use the right materials and all this. But first step, I have to get rid of all this stuff that's in my way. Well, that is unexpected. Are you kidding me? Okay, let's see here. This entire property has a series of cisterns, it seems, for water management. So here, underneath this lovely stone here, so here's our gutter that then goes down into this and goes down to here to a little cistern, which then sort of explains why there's leaking. But the cistern then turns around here and goes out, which then goes down to the bigger cistern way down there, I hope. But who knew there was a cistern here? So I think first thing is just sort of dig this out a little bit more and just make it a little more, so it can fill up a little bit more, basically. But that does help me a little bit because I don't have to dig down under the foundation here because, well, there's a foundation. And realistically, the hole is right here anyway, so it makes sense that it would be the water damage from this overflowing has then caused this. And also there's a full set of foundations. I'm not even sure I have to dig it all because, again, the crack here is here. So it seems like I'll seal this up. I'll dig around it a little bit, but I'm not sure I need to dig as much as I feared. All right. Cistern clearing is first. Thankfully, my father-in-law gifted us these garden tools, which will be absolutely perfect for this. Because I just have a feeling that all of these cisterns basically have not been cleaned in, well, decades probably. Like, I would never have thought to clean a cistern. I would never have even thought there was a cistern. I need a bucket. Because I don't need to take the dirt out of here just for the dirt to go fall back in here. That's just silly. I have no idea how deep a cistern should go, or even if a cistern has a bottom. Oh, okay, I guess this one has a bottom because I'm scraping something. Nope, this one definitely has a bottom. Disregard my inquiry. It's a good bit of information to learn for that one, the big one. So that there should be a bottom to that I should dig down to. Because I was just wondering if that was just like an endless pit. I was just going to keep digging and digging and digging and be like digging all the way through to bedrock. I wonder if there's bedrock here. I wonder what I'm sure there's bedrock here. Looks much better, much cleaner. So now the in is over here and the out is over here. And there's actually, a lot of space there for water to actually sort of filter a little bit. So at this point, I think the next step is to get rid of this brick facade so I can really see how much damage is being done out here. But as I said, I'm pretty thankful that I don't believe I actually need to go below ground very much, other than right there. So now I need the hammer drill. So again, my beautiful new anti-vibration gloves, which this will be my first time using them with the thing that causes the most vibrations. So let's see just how much better these gloves do as far as helping me so I don't continue to create nerve damage. Because it's kind of how it feels when you don't have the ability to feel your fingertips. Okay, let's cover the cistern. I just cleaned it out. Let's cover it back up. Crack is continuing still down here. I was hoping not to have to move these rocks, but I'm going to have to move the rocks. It's a heck of a crack. The crack seems to still be going on all the way down here. Biggest problem, of course, is that wall sticking out. Shouldn't be sticking out, just to be clear. So very clearly, big crack all the way down here that then goes up here, sort of tapers off there, which is nice. But then that crack continues down here and creates this, which is quite a little, the wall has moved out that much. So definitely got to redo this. And then this crack sort of continues lightly, pretty much all the way down here. It's, you can sort of see it just starting to crack. It's certainly not going through, but it goes all the way down. And then down here, it sort of goes here and then goes down a little bit, but this might just be because I took plaster off. So, a lot more to patch, but not a lot of digging and sort of going under foundations. So, a little bit right here maybe, but that's it. We'll call it a mix of positive and negative. Never all positive. So. My disposable bucket to mix up this quick set, because I probably won't be able to clean it all out effectively. So so I want to be able to throw the bucket away. If I can get down there, great, but really the most important is this leaking area over here. Also that I have two. I have to do this side and the other side. When I buy products here in the Czech Republic, this is what I have. The instructions are in Polish, Czech, Slovak, I don't know what LV is, Lithuanian, I don't know what EE, maybe Estonia, and maybe Ukraine. None of it's English. So I've got every language in Europe, except German actually, for some reason. German's not, or Northern Europe I should say. So I get to just try and do Google Translate to try and figure out the processes and hope it's right. You know, never know. Done pretty well so far. So this is 5 kilograms, 0.8 of a liter of water. Yeah, give me 1 second, I gotta read this. When I say read it, I mean Google Translate it. Okay, so this is basically quickcrete. It dries after, starts drying after 15 minutes and then set after 30. Plenty of time, I hope. So, what else do I need? Water, 0.8 liters of water. I don't have a blade. Hopefully this will be enough to do the outside, and then I can use the other bag on the inside. I have 2 bags. But if I can't, I have other materials I can use on the inside. Feels like it should be enough though. So you get to come with me. And this is basically just fast setting concrete. What in the US we call quickcrete. And since I'm probably going to redo the exterior of this building anyways, I don't really need to make this look super pretty. Maybe nice if it looks pretty, but it's not necessary. What's necessary is that it's sealed up so that water doesn't come in anymore. That's necessary. Because this crack goes all the way through, it just keeps sucking it up. Like every time I push, it just pushes further into the crack that goes literally all the way through. So that's not helpful. So, did I get everything? Oh, there is actually a little. All right, the outside, I think is pretty good. You know, everything's got something on it, let's say, Everything that I'm concerned about down there, as I said, I'm not concerned. So, next question, investigating the inside to see if there's any leaks past that center point of that window because you know, if you got all these, and I don't think there is, but let's go double check. So before I leave, let's see here. Little crack. There was a little bit here. Hold on, let me recenter. There was a little bit of separation right there. So I got that there, all the way down here, which all had a big gap in it. Up there, down here, and then there was a crack sort of coming out all the way out here. So I just sort of sealed that up, and then this, of course, went all the way up here because this one's ridiculous. And then down here, cracks all the way up here, so I'm not really worried about it. That's very far. It would take like a flood level event around here, so I'm not overly worried about that. Down here, I'm also not too worried about that because I didn't see any leaks on the inside. But let's double check what leaks and where on the inside. Through my horribly messy locate stuff. So, obviously, there's a huge crack all the way down here. Here's that crack that went up. Here's another crack that goes up, and it's before that point. So that's all of my holes here. So they're all up in here. Nothing down there. Okay, so I mean, I sort of sealed up what seems to be the right area. So now I have to come back and do the inside. Is there anything behind here? Oh no, that's looking good. My crazy foam. Love playing with this stuff. We used to make art projects out of this stuff and all the weird shapes it makes. Ooh. Love it. Okay, so part 2, inside. Not the quickcrete, because I just don't feel like I need it in here. Because quickcrete is more for exterior, really. Trying to get something done quickly on the exterior. In here, I don't see that need. Because hopefully the quickcrete will do its job and stop all the water from coming in. And this is sort of a secondary barrier as far as I'm concerned. Because I mixed up way too much of this for this amount of work. But I've got other places I can put it. It's not that big a deal. This would not pass for inside the house, but it will pass for my workshop. Everything in here is still covered with sawdust. Just crazy! After all this sweeping and vacuuming and everything that I've done in here, it's still covered with sawdust. would fill in things like this, but I'm not here for aesthetics. I'll come back another time and do those properly. Because I'm not sure how I'm going to do the interior. I'm probably going to do drywall. So this will all need to sort of be covered and redone anyways. So today is repair, sort of, just make it so it doesn't continue to leak. And the rest I'll deal with later. There are all the cracks, all sealed up, all the way down. And the big one that goes all the way up there. So all sealed up, and really today's just about sealing. Sorry, this was a crack going up to the window too. Aesthetics I'll deal with later. Chances are I'm going to redo this entire interior. Heck, I'm probably going to redo the entire exterior as well at some point. But so right now this is more of an emergency situation of just make sure it doesn't leak anymore. Finished the wall, finished the bucket.